Hey, what's going on, Woodshop? It's been like a month and a half since I recorded a video, so welcome back. You can see the shop is still very much a mess, but a little bit more complete. So we got our first, second, third cabinets hung, as well as our miter station, and got our axial glide up there and mounted. So that's really nice. It's already opened up some space in the shop, and then I went ahead and filled it with more plywood. So what we're gonna go ahead and bang out in this video today are the two upper cubbies, really is what they are, and then the pegboard along the side. Things went relatively smoothly with the rest of the install. Not everything was perfect, so it took some kind of redneck ingenuity to get things to work. Some of the drawer slides, issues with those. I really hate the side mounted ones. And then getting all of these aligned and mounted at the same height, actually a little bit more difficult than I anticipated. I fixed this one so it's way more sturdy. And I had to raise it up anyways to get it to line up with these. I think if I had done everything all at once in like a weekend, a period of a week, it would have gone a lot smoother. But since I did this over like a month and a half, and I was gone for a month of that, came back and didn't remember some of the measurements I had taken to mount that. So anyways, all good with that. It's all mounted. It's really, I'm really pleased with it. So that's awesome. I've been talking a lot. Let's go ahead. We're gonna start breaking down some plywood, get back after it. All right, so I got all the pieces cut down for the 5th and 4th boxes, the Cubbies, as I was calling them earlier. And now all we need to do is cut dados. These are going to have dados in all 4 parts of the box, the 2 sides and the top and the bottom. Since the 1/4-inch ply back sheet will just sit inside the entire box. Kind of like making a really deep drawer box, to be honest, the way I'm going to construct these. And then they'll have the brace in the back. So nothing new here. Let's just cut some dados. All right, so I'm going to do something a little different here before I start assembling the cabinet. The Cubbies, I wanted to create an area to put my drills. I've seen them online. You can see them all over the place. I'll put a link or a picture right now on the screen, but it's basically somewhere you can just kind of dock your drills. I think it's neat, and it's something that we can use this cubby for since it's not good for a whole lot else. So what we're going to need is a hole saw and our jigsaw, and we're just going to give this a shot. I'm just going from concept. I haven't really looked up any how-to videos on it. Let's see if we can do it. Boom. There it is. Took some R&D, as you can see, 1, 2, and 3, probably a little bit more than is necessary for a drill holder. But it looks like the magic spot right there is going to work really well for this thing. Happy with that. So I tried a spade bit first. That didn't work because I was having trouble with one of my hole saws. Then I just ended up mounting my vise to my workbench so that I could get the hole saw changed out and went from there. So let's go ahead, and this was just a scrap piece, thankfully. And we can get the real piece and cut into it. All right, so that worked really well. I spaced them out evenly, cut them up, sanded them down, nothing too fancy. If you really wanted to make this fancy, you could round it over with your trim router. But I'm just going to go ahead and start assembling the cubbies here so that we can move on to mounting before the end of the day. Ooh, okay. All right, my phone died, so I went ahead and built the other cubby and attached the cleats to the back, the braces. So you might argue that that's most of this video, but I disagree. And what I realized is I probably haven't showed you guys a whole lot of how I mount these things to the wall. So I went ahead and measured out where I need the cleat to be and as few markings as possible. And I found the studs and marked on the brace when I held it up against the wall where the studs were. Took a spade bit and I carved out just about under a 1/4 inch down into the cleat so that when I bury the lag screw, the head doesn't stick out, right? Because that obviously would defeat the purpose of it being a flush French cleat, and I'm doing flush mounted French cleats, so that's what that accomplishes. And then I'll hold it up to the wall again, mark on the wall where I need to drill the pilot hole, and we'll go from there. So let's get at it. All right, so got the two cubbies mounted. You can see my idea kind of worked. Probably would have been better to put them on the left side / I don't know if there's any really good place to have put them. Maybe I should have just put them down here, and one day I may. But for now, it works well enough. If I raise the saw up all the way, it'll knock one of those. But I probably won't have those there while I'm using the miter saw, so I'm not too worried about it. And then if I put batteries on them, they can't hang next to each other. So again, that's okay. It was just a try, something I wanted to see if it would work. The design works, just not the overall placement. Anyways, these are mounted. That's good to go. Next thing we have for today's video is to mount the pegboard. And that's actually the last thing we'll do. So if you can see, if I throw it up here, and it's actually too tall, so I'm going to have to cut it down a good bit. It's interesting. I didn't think it was. I have this weird sprinkler box right in the middle with the outlet that I'm going to have to cut around, whatever. I may just do like a whole thing out right here. It's probably what I'll do because that's the easiest. I'm going to paint these black and then hang them up. So that's the last thing we do for this video. So we're going to go ahead and get into cutting this one out so it's good to go. All right, so I meant to, I'm staring literally directly in the sun. That's horrible. I meant to record myself making the cutout for the pegboard for the sprinkler system, but my kid was running around. It's after work. He wanted to be outside with me, so I didn't want to record too much of it. Very simple though. I took some measurements and I left a 3/4 inch, about 3/4 inch play on either side of each box, just to minimize error and having to only cut once. And I did that by taking some off-cut 3/4 inch ply that I don't have laying around and just putting it on the side of the box, marking a line, and then taking a measurement. Super simple. And then I cut it out with a jigsaw. Apologies, you guys didn't get to see me to do that though. However, to cut clean corners like this, because you can't really tell from your viewpoint, but you'll be able to tell when it's on the wall. These are really crisp 90-degree corners. And the way you do that is you cut on the inside of the line and you take a drill bit, something that's wide enough to accommodate the width of the jigsaw blade, and you drill into the corner and it'll essentially allow you to cut that 90-degree corner. So that's what we did. Now we're gonna spray paint all of this pegboard black. Hey, so we're going to finish today's video by mounting our pegboard. Some things if you don't know about pegboard is you can't lay it flush against the wall. It needs some standoff behind it so that you can put the pegs through it. I'm going to use a 3/4 inch offcut for that. I'm pretty sure you could use a thinner spacer, but I'm going to use these 3/4 inch pieces that I have. The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to kind of sandwich the pegboard between two pieces of offcut. I'm doing that really because I don't want to mount the pegboard directly to the wall. If you didn't have that problem, I would just go ahead and mount it directly to the spacer and then mount the spacer to the wall. However, I'm going to sandwich it so that I can mount it via pocket hole screws to this top cabinet, to the wall locker, and then to the bottom cabinets. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so that's where we're at. It went up okay. I made it happen. You know, I didn't necessarily put as much time, effort, or thought into it as I did maybe with my cabinets or other things. Like I could have done a much better job of countersinking these little screws, painting them black, sanding it, making it look much more professional. And I also probably definitely could have come up with a better system here. Like I could put these, and I might still do this. I could put these behind this, and then because these aren't going to the wall like the top one is, I could pocket hole them down into the, and this is what I'll be right back. All right, that's way mo better, as some would say. So what I was saying when I just went ahead and did it is I went ahead and pocket holed those braces that were on the front side into the actual cabinet since they're not attached to the wall. Therefore, these could rest on the back as like even though those can't, or since those can't, whatever, or that's like that because those can't. However, that needs to say it's really late at night. But anyways, yeah, I'm happy with how this came out. It's a little floppy right now, just because it's not secured up in this top left corner like it will be when the wall locker's there. So that'll take out the last bit of flex in it. And then my only complaint really, again, is that I didn't do as clean of a job as I could have countersinking these things. But I'll probably come back with like some black acrylic paint later on and touch these areas up, these screws, so that you can't really tell they're there. Not that it matters at all, but it's the way I like to do it. So anyways, we did a good bit this video, guys. We got our two upper cabinets up, which came out great. They work really well. I tried the drill hanging thing. It kind of works. That's okay. Implemented a different way, learned from my mistakes. And then we got our pegboard up, which really, like, I've been pushing and pushing and pushing to get this pegboard up, which is probably why I went a little bit faster on it tonight than I maybe should have. And that's so that I can start hanging up my tools, get them out of these black totes that are on the ground, and then get those out of here so it opens up, believe it or not, a lot of space, and then clean up this back wall, which the camera's against right now so you can't see, but so I've got the drum sander and the jointer, and I've got everything stacked on top of it right now since it was like shelf space, but now I got my cabinets and everything like that. So that's what we're going to do. So anyways, guys, continue to like, subscribe, comment. Again, all the support. I can't believe it. It's awesome. We're going to do the wall locker next and then be done with our small shop build. So stay tuned.